prefer football with the run. There he goes. At the 30. At the 20. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Yeah, and you failed on first and second, but on third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does.
Well, they blocked the extra point. Picks it up. That's a live ball. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Arkansas, 0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. That's reeled in. It's Green. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Oh, they're after it. This time he's got him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Finds his man. It's Hill. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw again. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Makes the grab. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it up to 16.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and goal. Jackson will throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Razorbacks! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. They took it 68 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
13, Arkansas, 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. He's got it along the sideline. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Husker. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Throws to the tight end. Picked off! What a play by this defense!
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To the air on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. just about set to get this second half underway. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Right.
On the move, it's Green. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Jackson will throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arkansas. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 8 over Kansas. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. The quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Bonner. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
On the play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Takes a handoff. It's Booth. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Steps away to find some room. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Sticks it in his belly. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. News, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Jackson gonna throw it. It's complete to the left. Defense falls on the ball. Gonna be a turnover.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll go with a direct snap. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Jackson will throw. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Got it in the middle. It's Parker. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
The Cornhuskers look to do some damage in the red zone. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Raiola. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. from their own 21. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do look...
He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Catch in the middle. It's Nelson. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with a lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Going up top. He's got it on the outside. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes his man miss. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Huskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to...
The ball pops out. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball in the ground.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being